Hi guys, happy Friday. I'm actually pretty optimistic about this Friday and this weekend. I think it's going to be good, kinda, I hope. Fingers and everything else crossed. I don't know what else I can cross, my eyes, my toes, everything, so. Let's do some coffee talk. There were some questions that I wanted to see, or I wanted to answer in greater detail. And I can't remember what questions they were. Well, I kind of understand, or kind of remember what Flash Player will no longer be supported after December of 2020 on Google Chrome. Why? Can anybody tell me why? I'm very interested in why. I don't want to switch to anything else. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Where is the YouTube? There it is. There you are. Okay, let's see, where is the comment that I wanted to address? Come on. Okay, let me see. Oh, YouTube has ideas for me. What are they? Oh, thank you, YouTube. You're very wonderful for the advice. Actually, I should do that. Can't say what, but I definitely will. Okay, Tina J. I think this is the comment that I wanted to really get into. Alright, oh my god, yeah, I got a shout out. Shout out. I love you. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope your weekend is awesome. Okay, and I hope your Thanksgiving is amazing as well. Oh my god, yeah, I got a shout out. Yes, you got 3 now. Hi, shout out, shout out, shout out, shout out. Okay, first of all, whatever you think is great. I don't really find anything really too great anymore. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. Okay, candle magic and everything witchy is awesome, but really just whatever you choose to share is cool. Aw, congrats to being COVID-free. Yeah, I know. Ooh, that was scary. Yay. Yeah, funny, I kind of feel a connection with the Ouija board and your life experience regarding the loss of your grandmother, and the connection is similar to how I connect with my brother. Oh, do you have the same? I will explain this here in a minute. Okay, I remember getting our family Ouija board from my grandmother. The last time I used it was 12 years old, and it told me my firstborn's name and the age I would be when I die. Yes, extremely accurate. Don't really put too much into it about how you're going to die. I wouldn't, but it does, really, honestly. You can get, I mean, whatever you tap into. When I tap into, the source, God, goddess, source, spirit, it's very different because it strikes the central nervous system. The astral light, which is from source, or god or goddess, whatever you want to call it. I call it Baphomet, or the horned god, the god of the witches. But yeah, it strikes our central nervous system, and then our fingers, the ideomotor effect comes into effect, and that is how the spirits can actually, communicate with us. But don't put too much, on the whole how you're gonna die thing. I already know how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in in a car accident when I'm in my 70s. I know it. I know it. It's just a gut feeling. I think I'm crazy, so. Okay, where did I go? Okay. Anyway, my brother kept it until he died. His partner, kept all his witch stuff. Ooh, it was rightfully his, I guess. Just cool to see your videos. Very relatable. Thank you. Blessed be. Blessed be. Blessed be. Okay, yeah, I can't do it like they do on the craft, but okay, so how did I get into this? What is my connection with my grandma to the board? So, alright, my connection to the board with my grandma. Alright, so my grandma, she raised me for a long time. She raised me. And that is her right there. That is my beautiful, beautiful grandma. And I called her Ganny because I could not pronounce grandma. But it first came out Gay. I was little, I couldn't talk, barely, and then it came out Ganny, and it stuck with her, and she hated to be called grandma. But, the connection, really. So, basically, when I was, let's see, Witchboard came out, which is my inspiration. Kevin Tenney. I love that man with all my heart. And I'm very lucky that he now knows what he had done for me when I was like 7. Yeah, 6 or 7 is when, so that movie came out in 1986. I was 6 or 7 when I saw the movie. And I seen it, and I asked for a Ouija for my birthday, or for Christmas, and I got it. And then I asked for tarot cards for my birthday too, and that is what you guys see me use. These ones are for Christmas, and these have been with me for, these are 26, well, I'm 30 and some change, so I'm never going to tell my real age. So these have been with me since I have been 6 or 7, and they are the 1971 tarot cards, the Cosmic Tarot, or the Rider-Waite. So, that deck, my dad actually read for me, and it didn't make sense to me, so he didn't do it right. But anyway, he tried, and love him. And my grandma, she, the whole connection with the Ouija, though, so she was really, really sick, as you guys know. She had TMJ, a focal dystonia. She was in so much pain that, you know, she just took her life. So, I mean, endless pain, endless global body pain. Nothing could help. I mean, the doctors put her on Marinol, which is marijuana, in pill form. Didn't do a thing for her. She smoked, made her puke, made her sick, and yeah, it just didn't work. So I did lose her in, wow, it's been like 12 years. So she took her own life. But before that, my whole life, it's just been me. I have felt different when it comes to religion. I mean, I never ever thought, okay, you know, I really did have, you know, that ingrained in my head for a while, and I don't know why that I was going to go to hell for, you know, being gay, or for, you know, doing what I do, but I grew up, so that's like a fairy tale. But yeah, the connection with all of this, really, so I mean, it's just been my entire life. This is what I've done my entire life, is practice and study and read, and this is how I've become what I am today. So, but the connection with the Ouija board, so yeah, I would use it, you know, when I was a kid, and it worked. Surprisingly enough, I saw a witch board, thought, okay, it's gonna work like that. I'm gonna have these spooky experiences, because I wanted that. I really did. As a little kid, I wanted those spooky, crazy, creepy experiences that you see in the movies, and I didn't get that. So I was disappointed when it actually started to spell out messages with the planchette. It started to spell out messages. Coherent messages, paragraphs, pages, and words and things that I had no idea. So yeah, that was really, really cool. But, so the connection with, yeah, me and my grandma and the board. So, I always, since she raised me, you know, me and her were very close. She is like a second mother, so it was like losing a mom to me. I would give anything, I would give my life just to have 1 minute with her again. Sorry. Holidays suck without her, but, she's a very amazing woman. She was an amazing woman. She still is on the other side too. So, just, you know, random conversations. Us having coffee, you know. So, you know, I'd call her, you know, Ganny. I'd be like, so, you know, when you go, how are we going to communicate? What is going to happen? You have to show me that you are okay, and we have to keep constant communication. So I can't lose you. If I do on this physical earth, you know, I wanted to marry my grandma, so she didn't ever, you know, leave my side. And yeah, it's you know, cute now. And you know, she's like, just get a Ouija board and talk to me. Joke. It was a total joke. So when that happened, I did use the board before, not as much as I do now, and not to this extent. I didn't do what I did with when she was alive, because I didn't have her on the other side helping me like she does now, and she helps a lot of people. So she just said, hey, why don't you just get a Ouija board and talk to me? So, alright, I got the phone call. She, you know, shot herself in the heart. And yeah, that totally just shattered my life. I'm still not whole. I'm still not complete. My heart is still broken. I'll never be the same until I die. So yeah, until I see her again in a different form, I'll be okay. when I do see her again. But, so yeah, she just said get a Ouija board, so it took me a while because I was on a lot of pain pills. I was numbing myself, self-medicating, all that stuff, drinking a lot. And I finally just got the board out. I bought a new one. They were probably about $10-15 when I was yay high. Yeah, so they were very cheap. Well, not back then. That was a lot of money back then. $10, $15, $20, that was a lot of money to us. $5 was a lot of money to us. It could fill up our gas tank. Okay, now I'm going to stop with that because I'm showing my age. But yeah, so I just started to talk to her. I was like, alright, you have got to come through. So she started giving me messages, and I started writing them down. She gave me nicknames for herself. So I had my mom to go back to and say, hey, did she do this? Did she say this? Did she ever try this in life? And everything that the board told me, yes. Everything was with her. So that's how that is. I mean, I don't know. It's just, this has been a part of, this has been my life for my whole life. So I don't know anything outside of this, outside of, traditional craft or witchcraft, and spirit communication. So, but it was spirit communication that I was first interested in, and, life after death. I always knew, that there were spirits, and I could always feel them, I could talk to them, I could see them, sense them, smell them. It was very odd. Being so young, you don't understand that kind of thing. It's like, what is going on? Like, truly, what is going on? And then you grow up, and you come into your middle 30s, or my early 30s. And yeah, you realize, oh, wow. And then you can look back. So, I mean, it's been very odd. So, that's just that is the connection that me and her had. We were so close in life. Now that she's gone, I can't lose her. I won't. I choose not to lose her. So she is, yes, she comes to the board all the time now, and that's literally, it's not me that channels. I mean, I do, it is me, but it is her. She is the one that brings through the information that you guys want to know, the information that you guys like. She helps me with the readings too, with my readings. She used to use the board with me as a joke. It was just, for fun and games. So, I mean, we never really had a serious, like Ouija session like I do today for you guys. But yeah, it was just a game. It was literally just a game and something, for fun. But it was, when I was alone, everybody went to sleep, I'd get it out at like midnight, a little kid in the dark, using the board, and I got communications, and it was amazing. It changed my life, and it has changed my entire life for the better. A lot of people, they're like, oh, well, you're being deceived. To each their own. I'm too old to argue about that part. To each their own. I don't care who believes it, who doesn't. All I know is what I know in my heart, so that is the best thing right there. How do you connect with your brother? Is that how that happened? I mean, I didn't inherit anything from her, besides probably the nose and the cheekbones, the high cheekbones, thank the gods, because then they won't fall down. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't really know how to explain that anymore. She was always very supportive of what I was doing, of witchcraft, of, because it's been my life. I'd get up before school every morning at 4 o'clock, and I'd study witchcraft, literally. So it's been a constant for me every single day of my life. I did take breaks with the craft, switched to voodoo, Haitian voodoo, which was a total disaster. Oh, that was bad. Then I found my way back to the craft, traditional craft. So that is how that all started. It was with, I attribute this to my parents. I love you guys. But yeah, they really did support me, and they still support me in all I do. I mean, they're not so, they think, my dad thinks, I'm unlocking something in my brain, and I'm going to conjure up something evil. It hasn't happened in, 20 plus years, 26 years. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. So yeah, it's just, the connection between me and her is just, it's love transcends death. So, I mean, she's here. She's a part of me. I feel like when she passed, I have continued some of her work, especially with the channeled messages that is in my first books, Musings of a Small Town Medium. So, I mean, it's been amazing, and that's just how I've started. It's been a constant thing in my entire life, and I wouldn't honestly have it any other way. No, I don't need the board, no, but I do like the board. It's nostalgic, and it's easier. It's a lot easier than deciphering, what's in my mind at times when I'm like, I'm not feeling well. It's easier to decipher, so. But I don't use the board when I'm sick. I don't use the board when I'm upset. I use the tarot cards when I'm upset, because then I can figure out, it's like a mini psychiatrist, literally, in, 72 cards. And I figure out what's wrong, what's the root of the problem, and then I work around it. But, I do, attribute everything that I do to my Ganny, because it's just, she's such a big part of me and part of my craft. And, I do include her in my first book because she did help me write it. I don't know how my family actually feels about that. But, yeah, we had a lot of discussions about religion when she was alive. She didn't really believe in the Bible. She thought it was a bunch of, crap. And she was just an amazing person, woman, mother, grandmother, everything. And, it's just very different, so that's how my connection with the board. So, it's always been, she was my cheerleader. She always cheered me on for everything I did, and so did my mom. So yeah, I just have those two to really, attribute my success in the spirit communications and, my craft to this day. But it's pretty cool, though. It's really cool when you realize it just sinks in, and the day that it just clicks in your brain, and you're like, oh, okay, this is real. This is very real. There's, love. It transcends death. So there's nothing to worry about. So, I mean, I still miss her. I miss the physicality of her, the hugs, the smell. I do have a lot of her traits. I've taken on a lot of her traits. I did modeling. I was modeling, a little bit after her death. But then that kind of went away. I kind of obsessed over it. So I was going to the board, asking her, okay, where is this? What is going on? Where's, the money that you left? She told me. So I told my mom, and they found it. Everything. I mean, I found out her name, Thule, because she used to tool around town. Told me that. So we have special connections and special signals before we start a session that nobody knows. A few people did know before, but now they don't. All the codes have changed, so if anybody does try to contact her, good luck. Because, yeah, she's mine. Well, honestly, she'll go to anybody. I mean, it just depends on who calls on her, so. But, yeah, it's just very different. A very different kind of a relationship now that she's gone. But it's still a good relationship, and I love it. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So, yeah, I really think, yeah. Death, that kind of a death changes people. The pain does. So I've transformed that pain into Ouija Pop. It came out in books. Yeah, it's an astral place too you can visit. I mean, it is amazing. It's been an amazing journey, and I can't wait to keep continuing my journey. So yes. But yeah, she was always supportive of me for everything I did, and I love her. I love her to death still, and it just, it sucks. It sucks to lose somebody like that. Somebody so caring, kind, and compassionate, and I loved her, and I always will. And it's, yeah, even in death, we still communicate, we still talk, and I still have her on my side, and I feel her all the time. I feel her right now, standing right beside me. Yeah, she is there. So I don't know if you guys can see it. Any mediums that are on my channel, I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. She does, mess with the camera a little bit sometimes, but it's all right with me. I don't care. She can do whatever she wants. But yeah, that is pretty much the connection with my grandma and the board. It was started out as just a joke. Get a board. Get a Ouija board, or she called it a Ouija board. Get a Ouija board. Contact me that way. Give me a cup of coffee and a cigarette. Done that every year, or every day for 12 years, 13. So, and it just seems like yesterday, So, very, very, very different. So, But yeah, it's just been, constant. I took breaks, I took a lot of breaks, and then I finally found my path and I stuck to it. So, I mean, once you reach your, past your 20s, you're pretty set in your ways, you have your routines, and yeah, this is mine. This is, my life is, spirit communication, magic, helping other people with the help of my grandma. And she does too. So, it's pretty interesting, guys. It is very interesting. So, I love it. I do love it. So, I don't know what else to tell you guys. That's pretty much it. I mean, if I can think of anything else, I'll definitely do another video about, my connection with my grandma on the board, and how it was just a joke, but it actually didn't turn into a joke. It turned into something very real. So. But alright, guys. Thank you for that question. I really like that question. I love it. I think that's very intelligent question to ask, and something, I'm sure there's, more inside of me that could be pulled out, but it's probably buried deep inside and shut away inside the trauma box in my head, and until that box opens up again, it's stuck. So that's just what I can consciously remember. So I hope that helps. That's, it's just been my life, so that's me every day, all day, 24/7, 365 days a year. But alright, guys. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and have a happy Thanksgiving. I don't know when Thanksgiving is, because I really don't care, but, I know a lot of other people do, so I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving, or yeah, whatever it's coming up, whenever. So, I hope that helped. I hope that answered your question. There is a lot more to it than that. The original board that she comes through is this top one right here. This top one right there. That's the original board that she comes through. So that's the first one that I actually got her on, and it was amazing. It was the most amazing day of my life when she, gave her her nickname and the clues, and it was just awesome. So, but all right, guys, have a good weekend. Be safe. And yeah, I love you all the way from Venus, all the way back down. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So, I do hope that helped. If it doesn't, I'll try to think of, I'll try to unbox the information that I have, packed away for you. So, alright guys, I love you all, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the comment, and thank you for that question. I love it. And I will see you guys tomorrow.